that. I didn't look at the bottom of the screen. Okay, glad you're all here. We have a pretty full agenda tonight. I don't know if our SAPO people are here. The rabbi is not here yet. Do you see him?
The rabbi is not here.
And
Miss Armstrong is here.
and Armstrong is here,
Yes, she is.
so we could start with her. We could pass the minutes, the approval of the minutes of the March meeting. Did everybody read them? And anyone want to make a motion to approve or disapprove, or are there any corrections or
Motion to approve. Put out there.
second?
Second.
Okay, so they are approved. Okay, so Lindsay, where are you? How do?
I am here.
Hi, I'm glad you're here. I think we're going to take your application for the SAPO first because the rabbi isn't here yet.
Okay, great.
So, do you want to tell us about it? I know that you changed the date to June 5th,
Oh, yes. Okay, good. I am glad
but
that you-
everything else is the same.
So we changed it from a street event permit to a block party under SAPO's recommendation. And that
Oh.
was part of why we changed the date as well, but all the details of the event are the same. The difference is that if it's a street event, that's like a larger thing and we would have had to pay $5,000 even as a
Oh,
non.
wow.
So the block party is free, but they said applies to the event that we're holding.
Uh-huh.
So that was what they recommended that we do. We also were at 59 days instead of 60 when we applied for it. So they said just write June 5th in the application because the
Right.
online system would only let me select June 6th. So it's for Sunday, June 5th. And it is an event that the Amalgamated Nursery School has held for many, many years.
Yes.
It has been on a hiatus because of the pandemic, and due to that and the fact that, you know, myself and all the other parents on the board are totally new, it's definitely, we're definitely having some hiccups with things like knowing about permits because we're kind of doing this from the ground up again.
Right. You're learning your ropes.
Yeah.
Is there anything, is it kind of a fundraiser for you?
So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the area. There will be fundraising, but that will happen inside of the train park, which is private property for the Amalgamated Co-op. And then within the street, that's where we do, I think we're going to have a miniature golf course for the kids, activities, food. There will be a parent who plays guitars playing music there, but not amplified, that kind of thing.
Oh, it's not amplified.
No.
Oh, so it's not really a loud kind of a party that would send letters to the community board and say, how could you approve this?
No, and as I said, it's a really well-known event. Like a lot of the cooperators have been emailing the nursery school and asking if we were going to do it again this year. You know, it's family focused, and a lot of the cooperators had kids who went to school there or still have children at school there. So they're supportive of it happening. It's from 11 to 3, and then we'd have some time. I think I put from 9 to 11 for setup and break down between like 3 and 4:30.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Madam
And
Chair,
that's on Gale Place between Orloff and Van Cortlandt Park.
Yes. Mhm.
Right.
So it's a one-way street.
Uh-huh. Well, that's easy to close off then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
Ma- Madam Chair, I have a question.
sure.
Hi, Ms. Armstrong. How are
Hi.
you? You mentioned that there will be fundraising.
Yes, in the train park.
Was there an HRA permit file as well?
No, because the part where the fundraising is happening is on private property.
Okay.
It's not within within the street.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Would
that.
you suggest that we apply for that too, just in case, or?
Okay, any other questions before we vote? Okay, anyone opposed to this SAPO application being approved? Any abstentions? Lindsay, you have your SAPO application as far as we're concerned.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I really
Have a wonderful time.
thank you. And please feel free to attend if you're in the area that day.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Did the rabbi say that he was going to be late or anything? Oh, she's gone?
Yeah, Tanya left.
Well, I think that what we will do is to have Grace do her presentation. That's the literacy Inc. While she is here and he is not, so we'll kind of slip her in. Gladys, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, we're
Would it be
ready to
okay?
listen.
Great. Am I able to share my screen?
I will give you privileges right now.
Great, thank you.
Gladys, let me know if you can share your screen.
Great. You guys are able to see it now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So I can do this one or two ways. I can go in the express route, or I can go ahead and go at a slow pace. You guys let me know what best fits your agenda. So first and foremost, thank you all so very much for allowing us to be here. I'll present to you who we are. I'm joined by my colleague Araceli, who is also a constituent of Community Board 8. She actually lives in your neighborhood. I am also in the Bronx, just a little bit more south and west. I'm over in the Tremont area. So we are Literacy Inc. and we have actually been around for 25 years. We are a non-for-profit organization and we focus on early childhood literacy, which is birth to 5 years old. So we do go ahead and have programs for new parents as well as toddlers and those entering pre-K kindergarten. We focus on being able to go ahead and help children get excited about reading and giving caretakers the tools needed to be able to excite them by reading at home as well, because when a child reads, a community succeeds. Our mission is to engage families and community members to support our youngest readers. And we're currently in 8 neighborhoods across New York City, which means that we have teams in all 5 boroughs, and we actually have 2 communities right here in the Bronx, one being Fordham and the other one, of course, being Kingsbridge. So we go ahead and provide a scaffolding that increases both children and parents' access to literacy, building opportunities, and we're going to go ahead and go over a quick overview of what some of these opportunities are. So what we offer are parent workshops, a VIP program, virtual B program, a Reading Everywhere programs, and literacy zones. So our workshops are workshops that cover a variety of topics related to literacy and education in the areas of preparing for school, making reading fun at home, and social emotional learning. Our VIP program is our very involved parent program. And what that is, it's an amazing volunteer opportunity for caretakers, not only to help their children bring literacy into their home, but also to go ahead and build advocacy skills. You go ahead and get tools to be able to help your community and even yourself. So after attending many LINK programs, I actually became a VIP first because I was a stay-at-home mom and I wanted to go ahead and do more aside from getting involved in the school PTA, right, and school parent association. So LINK actually provided me the tools to be able to get engaged by helping have literacy programs in my neighborhood. So as a VIP, I started out having more programs in my community, and now I joined the organization. My daughter has been participating in LINK programs for many years now, because she actually started when she was about a year old, and now she is 9. So she has also become a volunteer, not only in her community, but at her school as well. She's on the student council, as well as she is the liaison for new students coming into the school. So it's a small seed that was planted thanks to LINK, and that she has now began to go ahead and develop on her own. Our virtual B series is a series for our youngest learners. This program is specifically for parents of newborns to 3 years old, and it's a virtual space to share and to grow. It's a 6-week session where we go ahead and have families share, and not only what they're doing with their children at home, but also how they can go ahead and relate that to literacy, so that once the child is old enough to go ahead and start reading, they're able to go ahead and enjoy it more. Our Reading Everywhere programs are virtual and in-person programs that go ahead and promote literacy. We read, we sing, we dance, we do a craft, and we do all of this by cultivating a culture of reading. We also have book distributions for families that attend our programs.
5700 Arlington Avenue, Skyview.
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry. During the summer, we also go ahead and have in-person programming, because of course COVID, we do go ahead and take proper precautions. We are looking into increasing our programming to more in person, but it of course depends on protocols. Right now, we are looking more into what we're able to do outdoors. And our lit zones, because that part means that Reading Everywhere means books everywhere. So we want to go ahead and make sure that families are able to go ahead and grow their home libraries. And how do we go ahead and do this? We go ahead and partner with community organizations, local businesses, independent schools, and corporate sponsors, as well as publishing houses, to collect and distribute books to families. We have lit zones in all 8 neighborhoods, and we have a couple right here in Kingsbridge. So we actually have partnered with 2 businesses in the Kingsbridge area and the Marble Hill Senior Center, and they have books available for families to just stop by and pick one up. There is no questions asked. We do go ahead and also promote our Reading Everywhere program, so they're able to go ahead and join in. That's great. And they're able to go ahead and enjoy their book and stop by as many times as they want to go ahead and get another one. But the best way to know what LINK is to go ahead and join in one of our programs. We don't charge an entrance fee. You can go ahead and join in from anywhere you would like. You can go ahead and scan the QR code or visit linknyc.org to go ahead and see what our programs are about. You can also follow us on social media to see what we are up to. We do have a new handle, which is LINK Communities all together, and we are now sharing all the events that happen in all of our 8 communities. So we are proud to be partnering with companies such as the ones on your screen and more. Some of these have actually even provided professional development workshops to our parents regarding finances, regarding just banking opportunities that there are. Target has also given us gift cards to be able to raffle off in our communities. And we also go ahead and have partnered with the New York Yankees, and many of our families have been able to go ahead and experience their first baseball game thanks to this partnership. My own daughter thinks that having a suite and getting great food at the ball game is part of an actual ticket. So I did have to go ahead and let her know that that's not how it works, because LINK went ahead and treated us to that. And there were even children that were on the Jumbotron. So for them, it's a whole experience that they wouldn't have been able to enjoy without LINK. So for us, our best partners are actually our local partners. So if you have a business or you have any suggestions on who we can go ahead and partner in the Kingsbridge community, please feel free to let me know. You can also go ahead and just give me an email by going to gomez@linknyc.org. Again, I went the express route because I know you guys have a full agenda, but I thank you so very much for the time. I am here if you have any questions, but again, thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to bring you a little bit of who Link is, and we hope to see you soon in one of our programs.
Gladys, the question keeps coming up in terms of your organization. Are you all volunteers? You get paid? Is there funding? How does it work?
Sure. So we do have staff that goes ahead and provides some of the programming, but we do also have volunteers that they give us whatever time they are able to. We can, if they give us 15 minutes, we will take those 15 minutes. They can go ahead and open up a program for us. They can go ahead and distribute books. If they have a whole hour to share with us, that's amazing. We'll go ahead and have them run the program and we will be there to support them. So it is a partnering of volunteers as well as staff.
And it's mostly bilingual, right? Spanish and English?
It is Spanish and English. Here in the Bronx, we are looking to expand to other languages. Some of our other communities have had programs in Bengali and Arabic. So we're looking to expand it to French is our new target language. So we are working on that. But here in the Bronx, 99.9% of our programs are bilingual.
That's very good. Do you work with the schools at all?
Right now, we are not.
Or you're separated from the schools?
Right now, we are trying to find new partnership because again, we are birth to 5 years old. So we stop right at that kindergarten age. So we're looking for schools that have 3Ks, pre-Ks, some kindergartens. We are looking to go ahead and partner. So we are looking into expanding our fee for service would be one of the things that we would consider with schools, strictly because we do go ahead and create with them an agenda that will go ahead and not only give a workshop and that's it. We want it to be sustainable in their community. So we go ahead and work together on how many workshops do they need? What type of workshops does this particular school need so that it could be sustainable program there?
Many years ago, I also volunteered at one of the local schools in terms of, taking a child out for a certain length of time. Actually, it was a middle school and working with them. And that was very rewarding, both for the student and for me. Are there any other questions? Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job. And it's something that's really very important. Everyone has to know how to read, so that's essential.
Thank you
in any
so
language.
Very much. It is. Thank you so very much for the time. And again, we strongly believe that when a child reads, a community succeeds. So we will be going ahead and sharing our flyer of our programming events. If you would like to go ahead and share that with your membership, that would be great.
Sure.
Send it to the office and they'll do that.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Sorry, Madam Chair. Just one thing, just quick question. Have you guys worked at all with the Riverdale Neighborhood House, or I know they do primarily pre-K for a school program. You were thinking about reaching out to pre-K programs. So I'm just curious if you connected with them at all.
We have not as of yet. I actually just stepped into the position a month ago. So I'm still going ahead and getting my bearings. But if you have a suggestion, we would be more than happy to go ahead and reach out to them to see how we can go ahead and partner.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can start with the flyer, then we can share that information as much as possible. I'm happy to share that with those guys too if I see them. But yeah, that's great.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming to the meetings. And I hope, I wish that you had spoken up a little earlier. It was just that I kept seeing your names month after month after month. So last meeting, I kind of put you on the spot, so, but I'm glad I did.
No, we thank you for the invitation, and we are part of the community. So we are also invested on what's going on. So we thank you for being able to, for having us here.
Okay, you can come anytime. Did the rabbi come yet?
Yes.
Rabbi
Madam
is on.
Chair.
He's here?
Yeah.
Oh, here you are. Hi. We took another issue in the meantime, but we're ready to listen to you now. It's also a SAPO application for Lag BaOmer. You can explain what that is. And the only thing, well, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Sure. First of all, thank you all for volunteering your time and doing so much for our community, and I really, really appreciate it. And so do so many of us, even though we don't thank you on a regular basis. Hope everybody's doing okay. This is like, I think, going to be the 30th year that we're going to be doing the Lag BaOmer picnic, which is basically a time in between Passover and the holiday of the Giving the Torah, that Jewish people worldwide celebrate a day, which is actually the day of the passing of a great rabbi, but it was always observed as a happy day, a joyous day for the great work that he did. And what we end up doing is we have the street closed up by 236th Street near Independence Avenue. It's open for the entire community. You don't have to be a member of any synagogue. You could be any religion. And people come from all affiliations, all denominations, all religions. Everybody's welcome to come. We have ponies, we have rides, we have food, we have a show. We have a lot of things that are there for the kids. The parents love it, the kids love it. And again, as I said, this is the 30th year we're doing it. I always appreciate very much the support that the community board gives us to do this. And I would like to do it again. And I'm hoping we could all move on and agree to do this. And I hope all of you can join us personally.
Right. Now the date is May 19th.
Correct.
And the street is going to be closed from 2:30 to 8 o'clock.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. And again, on this one, just like last year, they had put in a note that the location is not verified. How did that work out last year?
Okay, so last year, because of COVID, we did not have it. But I think we were going to have it, but then it was like back and forth. But at the end, we didn't have it. I think what happens is because the street itself doesn't have an address. So maybe that's what they mean. It's not verified.
I see.
Yeah. But it's
We
always the
have
same place. It's Independence. It's basically in front of the library, back of PS24, along Seton Park. We use the park. We use the street. And we also use PS24. We get a permit for their bathrooms, so people can use their bathrooms. And between the street, the park, and the PS24 works out very well.
And I noticed that you're going to have a flame to cook food. You're getting very elaborate.
We've been doing this for 30 years.
Really, the same thing.
It's a regular barbecue grill, a grill. Yeah, it's not like we have a wood fire, a bonfire. No, it's a regular barbecue grill, like people do in the backyards. It's the same exact thing. Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
And what we do is we set up like tables around it, so or like sort of like barricades, so nobody could come in, nobody could be there. We only have 2 people assigned there. They know what they're doing. They're people who are mature, have experience. No kids or anybody who's immature comes anywhere near the fire.
Right.
Madam Chair, David has his hand up.
Yes, I see it. David?
Yeah, just quickly, Rabbi. You said 236, but I think you meant 235.
You are right.
The library and the school.
You're right. Because 230.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, you're right.
Presumably, it's on the form as 235, right?
I think so. I hope so.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's 235. Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else have a question? No. I'll motion to hear the
Motion to
question.
approve.
Okay, a second.
I second.
Right, okay. Rabbi, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much, everybody, and good
And
luck.
thank you for coming.
And as a small little bonus for all of the good work you do, anybody who comes to the community board who's on now gets a burger and a drink and a cold drink on me. How's that?
Oh, wow. Very nice. Thank you.
Take care. Have a good night. Thank you.
Right, bye-bye. Okay, the only thing, I don't see Sebastian here because I had some information he had asked me to get, but I'll email it to him. I guess we could go into the budget items, Ramdat?
Do you want capital up first or expense?
Yes, please.
Which one?
The capital. Where did mine go? Okay, most of them are pretty much the same. Thanks for making him larger. 81, I don't believe was on last time. 310, I know was not. 368 was not. So we'll go over them. Do you want to just read it on your own, or how do you want me to handle this? I'm going to ask you to approve them at the end. So if you have any questions on any of them, now's the time to speak. I'm sure that you have seen the sanctions around 81 for the longest time. They had all kinds of issues. They had a pipe break in their basement. They had all kinds of things going on there. And they have their schoolyard is totally ruined. The kids are falling into cracks and holes and things like that. So having it repaved would be a great thing for them. I don't have any idea how much it costs. It certainly is not like building a whole building. It might be for expense. I'm not really sure. David, do you have any clue?
I'm sorry, for which item?
81 for repaving their schoolyard.
Item number 3, the third one on the list.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't hazard a guess. But, frankly, to my mind, and it's not in the classic, in their definition, but to my mind, it is capital because it's longer term. So,
Oh, okay.
I look at capital as, more than 2 or 3 years. worth
I
of,
thought it was,
value.
I thought it was more of the
$35,000, and I don't have an answer about more or less than 35,000. So I would err on the capital side because
okay,
probably is close and it is, longer term. So
right.
that's my guess.
Thanks. 368, they have the HD equipment for the safety cameras, and they don't have the cameras, so that's why we have that here. And they run a lot of money anyway. And Marie Curie, I put in again because I think that is such a useful thing if that were funded and given to them, because anything in healthcare today is a great thing. So we'll see where that goes. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Ramdat, are you working in Microsoft Word right now?
Yeah.
Could you grab all those lines and then click on the 1, 2, 3 button under mailings? No. Oh, sorry.
Okay, David wants you to make it into a list, I think. And
A numbered list so we can follow it.
Gotcha. I forgot how to do that.
Go to home, click on
Yeah,
home.
go back to home and then
click
go
on-
under mailings, not the mailings drop down.
Okay, next one over.
Next one over, yeah.
Yeah.
This one?
But yeah,
Just
but you
click on-
gotta,
Click on it. Yeah, click right there.
Oh.
No, you have to
no,
highlight
you
everything.
gotta
No,
grab
Sorry.
Highlight, that's
Yep.
okay.
and
Sorry.
now
Highlight
click on.
and now click.
Gotcha.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay,
Perfect.
okay.
Sorry.
So
Oh,
now I
that
can
was,
follow better.
that
Not like I
looked
teach on
easy.
a computer all day long, but it's fine.
So you were
Um,
looking at which one now?
What are you talking about?
Well, no, I interrupted you, Sylvia. I apologize.
Mary Curie is number 7.
Ah, okay.
I put it at the bottom. At that point, it doesn't matter, but I'm sure it'll be shifted around when you put in the other committees. It won't stay there. So most of the schools have bad auditoriums that they need renovations. I didn't put them all in. The bathrooms for both students and staff are all falling apart. They have many things in common, but I didn't really put them all in, David, but this is what I
That's up
came
to
up
you.
with.
For Marie Curie, it's not needed, but I think it needs a nursing room, right?
It needs the room. I
Right.
guess that they would get equipment that they don't have now in order to teach the nursing.
But
It's only a high school, so they don't come out being nurses, you know. they still
understood.
have to
No, but
go.
do they have a room?
Yes, they do.
All right, then equip the nursing room. I would just say equip the nursing room.
Okay, you can change that.
Okay. And I do have a question for you on number 4, PS 310. Where is there a school in Marble Hill complex?
That's what they have on their stationery on every piece of paper that I got. I don't know where they are. I thought that was 310 was on Bailey Avenue, but I'm not sure.
Wait, isn't 310 PS 310 on West Kingsbridge Road?
Yeah, I
At
think
the
I
corner
think
of
that
Bailey.
that used to be 122 years ago. Well, you don't go back that far.
All right, I think that needs to be clarified because it's not in Marble Hill, that's for sure. But
But that's what they call their site.
It's not complex, it's just Marble Hill. It's PS 310 Marble Hill.
No, it says complex.
Does it? And that's
I
not what
have the piece of
questioned.
paper.
Oh,
I
that's not what
copied it
had.
from the paper.
all right, Control Z.
That's what it says.
Okay, but that is where it is at Bailey and Kingsbridge Road?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay, all right.
368, you know, is down the hill. And they didn't specify the upgrade of what they need in the school library, but I'm sure it's books and
I'm sorry,
you know,
I don't know
shelves
where
and-
368 is, sorry.
368 is where you always complain the buses are. Down the hill,
Oh, in front of
the
Intech,
white building.
the
the
one
second
that's in
building.
front of Intech.
No, it is Intech.
That is Intech.
Oh,
Mhm.
368 is actually the number of Intech, I see, okay.
Yeah. And interestingly, he did, the principal told me that he also gave that information to Eric. But I felt that listing it would be a good idea because OMB doesn't give us anything anyway. And if Eric sees that it's in ours also, maybe he'll, you know, give that.
Okay.
Um,
In what way do you want to upgrade it?
He didn't say. I can call him in the morning and see if I can get more of a definition.
Yeah, I think that would help. I mean, that's a good short title but it really could use a little bit of definition. Do they need books? Do they need bookshelves? Do they need desks? Do they need,
Well, I'm sure they
Tables and
need all of
chairs.
that stuff.
Um,
I will call him in the morning.
okay,
Madam Chair, Myra's up, hands is up.
Thank you.
Oh, Myra?
Sylvia, I brought up the 310 website. It says Marble Hill School. That's what it's called, Marble Hill School.
Well, on their stationery, it says complex.
Well,
And I questioned it myself, but
And that's what
I
they
feel
say?
that if they want to be called that, that's what they should be called.
okay.
Because I have the stationery here right in front of
Mhm.
me.
No?
Ok-
Makes
okay,
sense.
and on number 6, the safety cameras. Do we have any better definition of that, other than that they've got high def equipment?
No, it's the same safety cameras that 37, which is also down the hill, wanted for 7 years, and then finally Eric gave it to them. They're the ones that are mostly on the outside.
Oh, outside, okay, well, outside
observing
versus
the
inside is an
entrances.
important distinction.
Well, they don't need the cameras inside. They need to see if anyone's trying to get into the school
Okay, that's
or
fine.
leaving the school.
That's fine, but you know, we don't know that from reading the line, so that helps. Good.
Okay, Ramdot, on number 7, you need to fix the sentence, equip the nursing room,
Yeah.
take care equipped. Thanks.
Thanks,
So
Myra.
I'll get back to
Okay.
you, David, on number 5,
Sounds good.
and you'll get it tomorrow. Oh,
Excellent.
you already have it, right? You that whole maneuver, does that mean that you've gotten it on your computer?
Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
You just numbered them from
No,
my
no, that
purposes?
Ramdot did that
No.
on his.
Yeah, I understand, but did he send it to you?
No, I,
No,
my,
but presumably,
Sylvia, I'll-
Ramdot, you will send this to me
yes,
afterward.
I will. I'll
Excellent,
send it to you right after this. And I'll
excellent.
CC the committee on it as well.
And you probably, assuming that the committee votes positively on this list, you should send it to the office as well.
Right, I was going to do that. I was going to send it to you too, but if Ramdot can do it, that's fine.
Yeah, that's great. And if by chance you have a couple of edits tomorrow from your conversations, that's fine. You can let me know. But it's
Yeah,
helpful to get the bulk of this.
Only that one. I'm only going for that one.
That's
For the
fine,
upgrade
whatever.
on the school library. That's the only one you need clarification on, right?
I think so. But having these lists, well, I don't know if you have an expense list, but having them, you know, tonight or tomorrow will be helpful. It'll get me halfway done. Assuming, of course, that Ramdot gets me his list tomorrow night.
Yes, I will.
Good man. I knew I could count on you.
Now, this is a many-faceted effort here. Okay, so are we done with this?
You want the expense one up?
How everybody is happy with it the way it is?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can
Yeah.
assume that consensus is passing it.
Perfect.
And this
we
is
don't
the
need a real-
priority order that you all want, correct?
That's the way it came in.
Oh, okay. Well, but
So-
you know, this is your list, so if you think that X is more important than Y, you should, you know, make that change. But if you're happy with it, that's good too.
I think that the DOE is doing so little for the schools, or actually School Construction Authority, that all their bathrooms are falling apart and all their auditoriums are falling apart, and everything is falling apart. I don't think that anything is more important than anything else.
That's fine.
I think they're equally all should be taken care of. And we know that OMB is not going to do it. So we're
But-
going through this farce every year, and I'm told all the time we have to do it by law, so we're doing it.
No, I think that's fine, but it does beg the question, should any of these be SCA rather than DOE?
Actually, that's up to DOE to decide because I
Okay.
can't tell them who should be doing the work.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
SCA has their own ideas as to what they should be doing.
Okay,
So I just felt that DOE would then channel it through the right channel, if it is channeled at all. I'm sorry I'm so negative, but 14 years of this have proven that I'm right. It's very different than any of the other committees. The other committees have agencies and there are certain things that they are entitled to, and it's a different kind of budget. They are more community minded, and these certainly are community things also because they involve our children, but basically, I don't think anyone cares as far as how the condition of the schools, so. As long as they're open and the kids can go to school. Okay, so we're
I'm
done with
actually,
that.
Curious, that number 6, is that an outgrowth of the conversation over the last 2 meetings of that incident?
Yeah, well, it can fall into that, but it was something that the principal brought up to me.
Okay,
Because they do have the HD equipment, but they don't have the cameras, which is kind of silly because certainly the HD equipment isn't going to help them without the cameras.
right. Okay,
All right, do you want the expense went up now?
I'm sorry, yes, that incident that happened was really on Broadway near a Dunkin' Donuts, so it had nothing to do with the school cameras.
oh, okay,
They chased them up the street into traffic.
okay.
So one thing has nothing to do with the other. Okay, so expense,
Yep, coming right up. Give me a second.
there are very few things that fall into the expense as far as I'm concerned. Last year, you, David and Kira and whatever, you put the library, the NYPL issues, the 6-day programs into the expense, which I thought was it should be in capital. So I put it back into expense. I think
Okay.
it's important to mention it. And 24 had asked for a greenhouse where their garden is now. They have a nice little garden growing, and a greenhouse would give them even more experience and interest. So I think that's a good thing. One of the other schools also wanted that, but I didn't put everything in. And 310, again, they wanted the open green space for their STEM initiative. So that sounded to me like it could be an interesting thing for the children.
Is it STEM or STEAM? The
No,
STEAM
it
is
was-
fairly
this is
rarely
STEAM.
used.
This is STEAM. They asked for STEAM.
Okay,
It's theme.
okay,
It all includes the arts.
okay. Just checking.
Well, that's the beauty of getting my information from the principal, because everything is in writing.
Mm-hmm. Good, good.
So I don't have to guess anything. I can't suggest things that they really don't need. And, you know, it just is a tighter way of doing a budget.
Okay. And to clarify number 1, now, is 6 days a week in place? Is it
Yes.
being threatened to close? Or does it?
We don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, the budget has been cut 3% across the board. I don't know what NYPL will do. But when Marvin was the chair of the libraries committee, he always put that in. In fact, one time he even put in 7 days, but we didn't get that. But there is a library in Inwood that is open on Sundays. So I just went for the 6 days.
Okay.
And just between us here at the committee, I hope that our items will be considered rather than in the bottom 25, in the top 25 or higher. Last year, they ended up in the bottom, in the basement. And then we started to shift them around up. It'd be nice if they just started up. Not all of them, just some of them.
Well, you may have to throw a couple of sharp elbows at exec.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't seem to stop anybody from doing it, the elbows.
I know.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens
Yeah.
at exec.
I mean, just a reminder, these are not my lists. I don't make any decisions. I just collect.
I understand, but you know, left 13, 14 committees fighting for the same slots. It's
Yep.
not a pretty sight,
Yep,
regardless of who's in charge.
I understand.
And perhaps the just again, just speaking about it, when things come out to request studies and things like that, that usually take a very long time and sometimes never happen. I think that education, because it comes from the principals, and it's not like a wish list, it's really things that they need in the school. I think that it's something that should be taken seriously all the time.
Mhm.
So how do you feel about these 3 items?
Are you asking me or your committee members?
No, the committee,
Oh, okay, good.
you can
I
also
have
answer if you
no
want.
problem, no problem at all. I think they're fine.
Yeah, these all make sense.
Okay, so I think that we're ready to go.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Should we take this down?
Yeah, you can take that out. Are there any questions about anything on old news, business, new business? I'm pretty much finished. I can mention that Sebastian, who isn't here tonight, had asked about Summer Rising, a program that last year was started by Mayor de Blasio to help children that were faltering in school because of the COVID and the remote learning. And they are going to, the city is going to have it again this year. They increased it 110,000 students. And it covers a multitude of things that I think it's very impressive. I hadn't heard about it when he mentioned it, but I said that I would do research, and I did. And they're just taking applications now. It just started on Monday. And maybe I'll just email him this whole thing. But just for your information, some of the programs that they have for the Summer Rising, which is a 6-week session. And it covers kindergarten through 8th grade, and both in public school and private school. And the students that have IEPs, which is a classification that they need extra help. They have a arm of this also. The autistic children have an arm of it. It really covers everyone. And they have about 6.5 hours a day for those 6 weeks. And it sounds good. I don't know if it works, but I think it sounds like a great program. And they also give them breakfast, lunch, and snacks. So all the children are being serviced. It's I think it's an exciting program. I don't know why he was interested in it, if it was for his own child or whatever the reason, but I think I'll just email him the whole thing. Maybe it'll answer some of his questions. I was hoping that he would come tonight, but he didn't. So that's about all I have.
Okay. Sylvia, I have a couple of things that I would like to say. Riverdale Art Association had a reception on Saturday at Riverdale Yonkers Society for Ethical Culture. We have an art show up, and it was a fundraiser also for Ukraine, for UNHCR. We raised from the reception $375, and the Riverdale Art Association is throwing in another 100 and to make it $500.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that was great. Riverdale Choral Society is having a concert on May 22nd. That's a Sunday at 3, and we're singing the Brahms Requiem. And I would also like to put in a plug to all 9 of us on the call for asking people to come to the gatherings at the Russian compound.
They're still doing that on Sundays?
Every single Sunday at 4
Cool.
p.m. And I'm committed. I've been every Sunday, and I plan to go every Sunday until this genocide is over.
And Myra, you bring to mind, I think that's a great idea. Lovely. I've done it twice. You bring to mind, I saw a couple of weeks ago, somebody projected using laser lights or something or other, a Ukrainian flag on the Russian consulate, God knows where. But the Russian resident is a big white canvas, which would be perfect for that. Do your people have any knowledge of how to do that?
Well, it would have to be from one of the buildings, and actually I was
Well, no, you could do it from the ground.
Yeah, I guess you could, but as for, I don't know, I really don't. I was just talking to one of the people who live in one of the buildings on Riverdale Avenue, who actually has a view of the Russian compound. But yeah, from the ground, it would be a heck of a lot closer to do it. I don't know what the legal ramifications.
I don't think there's any, you know, a red laser could be dangerous, but blue and yellow lights.
Right, it's just a projection. I mean, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And yeah, I could see if I could find out about it.
And that, it would be really cool there. And I'll bet you it would get into the Riverdale Press.
Yes, I am sure it would. Probably into the Times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So,
you know, colors, that's got to be up your alley.
Yeah. So yes, I will find out about it because I think it is a great idea. But I would love to see more people. I've put up a notice in Skyview that an email blast was sent out, and it's on our sort of intranet in Skyview. And You know,
What
we have about-
hours are your people typically there?
From 4 PM on every Sunday from 4 PM. And Avi Weiss from HIR and Steve Exler are basically running it. And
Okay.
yeah,
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll try to pop up occasionally.
please.
Myra, have we heard from Roger?
No, I was actually wondering if I should email him, because I told them to keep me in the loop in the
Right,
conversations. And I haven't heard anything since the last time, you know, Roger emailed me and said, thank you.
Right.
And I mean, I could pop him an email and see what's going on.
Yeah, I never heard from 141.
Hmm.
I'm tired of calling her,
That's- Yeah, that's Lori.
but maybe I'll do
on
one
that.
more attempt.
Mhm.
It's-
Okay,
The year isn't over yet.
no, it's not. And the way things are going, I think it's needed.
Yeah, it's important.
Mhm.
Anything else? Tambra Gill, is she from the library? Tambra, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're from the library, aren't you?
Yes, Jerome Park.
Yeah, do you have anything to tell us?
I just had a few updates about some of our programs and stuff that we have happening. So starting May 2nd, we are starting our English classes again. So they will be happening at both Jerome Park and Kingsbridge. At Jerome Park, they will be on Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. I'm not sure of the days at Kingsbridge. Both at Jerome Park and Kingsbridge, we are still having homework help Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6, and that will run through the ending of the school year. Next Tuesday, May 3rd, we are doing a Mother's Day Arts and Craft. It's open to anyone that would like to come. It'll start at 3:30 after school. Our branches are hosting both in-person and virtual class visits for school. So we encourage everyone to reach out to their local branches. And the same for programs. We are doing both in-person and virtual. And that's pretty much all I have.
That's a lot.
Yep, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Tambra, forgive
Thank
my
you so
ignorance.
much. What?
Forgive my ignorance. Where is the Jerome Park location exactly?
We are on 118 Eames Place, so we're like right off of University, between University and Claflin. We're right in front of, we were on Eames, and the street between Webb and Eames, and Claflin is like a short street, like in the middle, in between there.
Is that where like the school is, just off of Kingsbridge Road?
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay,
Right next
okay.
to, PS 307.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
That one is Jerome is one of the 5 that we have here in the Bronx in Community Board 8.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all that I have. And pretty much that we're just gearing up for summer reading and summer learning. So you should hear more about that from us in next month's meeting. We should have more.
Great.
details.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So if there's no further motion to adjourn,
Well, Sylvia, it's nice to see your face and not just your forehead.
it depends on how I'm sitting.
Oh, that's even better.
Uh-huh. But
Hey,
David,
Rhonda, could you
I need
stay
a
on for
higher
just a
chair.
minute?
I need one of those adjustable chairs.
Right, right.
I have a regular chair that's not high enough.
well, David, we're basically only seeing you from your nose up.
I'm sorry. I'm very lazy. I lean back in my chair.
Uh-huh.
I apologize.
Oh, there you are. There's your mouth.
Okay, thanks all for
Okay.
coming, and have a good month and
Yeah.
stay well, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Ramdot, stay on, please.
Okay.
Good night, all.
Oh,
Good
that was
night.
stop recording.
Thank you, Gladys.
So Ramdot,